Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The pilot season of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has received mixed reviews, but addressing a select few storylines will make the second half better. The sitcom has already made a name for itself aside from being a spin-off set up by the young Sheldon final, but not always for good. The cast of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage have all portrayed their roles perfectly, but many characters currently offer more questions than answers. Ahead of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 8, the show needs to decide which characters to highlight in upcoming episodes. While it has both the Cooper family and the McAllisters at its disposal, the short episode format makes it difficult to include multiple storylines at once. Consequently, even if multiple characters are present, there isn't enough time to focus on each of them. Still, there are key issues Georgie, Montana Jordan, and Mandy, Emily Osment, should focus on upon their return, while Mary, Zoe Perry, Missy, Reagan Ravaud, and Mimo, Annie Potts, have all appeared multiple times in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. The boy genius is nowhere to be seen. It makes sense to an extent, given Ian Armitage's Sheldon is in California during the events of the show, but his absence is still palpable. It would be impossible to have an entry in the Big Bang Theory franchise without the centerpiece, Sheldon, showing up. As such, a return episode for Sheldon in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is an inevitability. There are many ways to explain Sheldon's appearance, ranging from a simple explanation, like him coming home for spring break, to a convoluted plot that requires him to come to Texas. Since Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is a sitcom, it increases the suspension of disbelief for plotlines, meaning audiences will likely accept whatever reason they come up with. Missy was already entering her teenage rebellion by the end of young Sheldon, but her behavior has only grown more reckless with time, especially after George's death. The first time Georgie and Mandy's first marriage viewers see Missy, she's calling from school due to a suspension. Missy pulls a fire alarm to avoid a test, but her actions stem from a deeper pain. Missy's appearance in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 2 highlights how her grief is fueling her disobedience. At present, Missy doesn't have a strong enough support system to heal. She begins to open up to Mandy over the phone, only for Mandy to hang up on her when Georgie walks in the front door. The only Cooper daughter eventually finds catharsis by speaking to her late father's grave, but it only opens up more wounds that she'd been hiding. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage needs to give Georgie's sister the help she needs. Isabel May's stint as Veronica Duncan in Young Sheldon may have only lasted 2 seasons, but her character left a lasting impression. Her role was so memorable that there was an initial Young Sheldon theory that Veronica would be Georgie's first wife. The bad girl turned devout Christian seemed like a true match for Georgie, but the two never got a chance to act on their obvious feelings for each other. Veronica's exit from Young Sheldon, however, was a sudden disappearance. There was no explanation offered by the show, and the character is never so much as mentioned again until a flashback in the series final. Veronica has always been an unresolved part of Georgie's life, so Georgie and Mandy's first marriage should bring that storyline closure. Whether it be Georgie offhandedly mentioning where she vanished or her reappearing to complicate his marriage, Veronica deserves a proper send-off. From the very first scene of the series premiere, the 6:10 to Lubbock, it was clear that Rachel Bay Jones's Audrey is the villain of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. She makes no attempt to hide her dislike of Georgie and freely judges her daughter's choices with a patronizing smile. Though Audrey has her daughter's best interest at heart, she takes her feelings out on Georgie by taking jabs at his intelligence and paternal abilities. By Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 7, however, Audrey is alone in her trepidation. Mandy's father Jim, Will Sasso, has been an ally for Georgie since the pilot, and her brother Connor, Dodgy Baldwin, explicitly expresses his approval in the closing moments of An Old Mustang, telling Audrey he's glad a good person like Sheldon's brother is around. Georgie winning over everyone else in the family may be the catalyst for Audrey to start giving him more grace.